What's up, Eagles fans, and welcome into the All-22 review. I'm Fran Duffy, and today we're going to take a look at the Eagles' difficult loss on the road against the New York Giants up at MetLife Stadium. We were going to start on the offensive side of the football, where obviously a very up-and-down day for that side. 3 interceptions for Jalen Hurts, additional turnover with a fumble by Boston Scott. But I want to focus in on some of the positives that we saw from this team. And again, that's going to start with the run game. And there were a lot of elements I thought were really effective here in this game, and it did start with Jalen Hurts in the QB run game. We thought we saw some really good reps of some quarterback counter read. What is it? What does it look like? Why is it so effective? Who does it leverage best? Let's take a look here at a few examples of the play. The Eagles ran this run play a handful of times on Sunday. QB counter read, where you're going to have counter blocking up front by the offensive line with Jalen Hurts reading a defender on the backside. And on all 3 of these plays, Jalen Hurts keeps this ball, and he's going to follow the counter blocking. Look at the play of the offensive tackles here. Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson does an outstanding job as well on the play side. Everybody doing their job to get Jalen Hurts forward for first downs. Here's another example. Again, you're going to get the guard and the tackle both coming from the backside. Great double team at the point of attack. Jalen Hurts reading that backside defensive end. He's playing the backs. Now Jalen keeps this football. Look at all the blocks up at the second level. Dallas Goedert chipping in up at the second level. Just everybody doing their job to get the Eagles forward for 3 X plays in the run game. Once again, Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata coming from the backside. Jalen Hurts reading that backside defensive end. Lane Johnson influence block, setting up the huge devastating block from Jordan Mailata. Really just an excellent job of the Eagles executing here on the QB counter read. So on that quarterback counter read, we saw the tackles, Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata, on the move multiple times. And Jordan Mailata in this game was outstanding. We saw that last play, him blocking the defensive end on the play side. Well, that was one of many really destructive blocks from the left tackle here in this game. Let's take a few examples here and a few more. I want to shed a spotlight here on Eagles left tackle Jordan Mailata. Here in this game, he was outstanding. Watch him here as a puller up to the play side linebacker, knocks him out on the QB counter run. Outstanding job on the move. You see him there get Benardrick McKinney to the ground, but it wasn't just on that play, because we see him here leak up to the second level, backside of the zone run game. Look at him hunt for the linebacker out in space and get him off the screen. He does an outstanding job on contact. Look at him accelerate through the block there, get the linebacker off the spot, but it wasn't just against smaller defenders, because here on the double team, watch Jordan Mailata on the backside of this zone run scheme going up against a Pro Bowl defensive lineman in Leonard Williams, and he pushes him off his spot and creates an 11-yard run for Miles Sanders. Outstanding movement at the point of attack. One more here for good measure on the Boston Scott touchdown. Look at a play low to high, 6'8", 400 pounds. He scores a touchdown with Leonard Williams, gets into the end zone. Jordan Mailata continues to astound me with what he does on the football field. So the offensive tackles, not the only ones putting in work here against the New York Giants, because I thought the guys that lined up just outside the offensive tackles, the tight ends, Dallas Goedert and Jack Stoll in particular, both did an outstanding job in the run game against New York. Here are a few examples of where those guys really stood out to me on film. I thought the tight ends in this game did an outstanding job, and it started early. Dallas Goedert here on the wham play where he's going to block Leonard Williams. This is not an easy block, but he does a great job of getting Williams out of the picture. Miles Sanders is able to play off that block and get downhill for a nice gain on first down. The Eagles going back to that wham play a couple of times here in this one, but watch the tight ends on the backside of this run play. Dallas Goedert and Jack Stoll, really good effort from both, and watch Dallas Goedert accelerate through this block, keep running his feet, and get that safety away from Miles Sanders. Another example here of exactly that. Both tight ends working backside. Watch number 88. Watch number 89. They're going to double the backside defensive end. They're going to work through that, continue to run their feet. Boston Scott's able to put his foot in the ground and play off of Dallas Goedert there on the backside on that zone run. Great job by 88 and 89 throughout the day. Here's another good example. And watch Jack Stoll here on the play side as he's going to work against the defensive end. He's going to pin him inside. Boston Scott's going to run right off of that, get to the perimeter for an X play in the run game. You're going to see the effort that Jack Stoll and Dallas Goedert present every single play here in the run game, and I thought they did an excellent job here against the New York Giants. One more. This is early in the third quarter. I think this might have been the first play of the second half. Watch Jack Stoll here as he's going to seal that defensive end, create the alley for Miles Sanders to work. Excellent job there by Jack Driscoll as well, up at the second level, getting Miles Sanders out into space. Tight ends did a great job at the point of attack on Sunday. All right, so we took a look earlier at the QB counter read, and I do want to go back and take a look at some more X's and O's elements that stood out to me on film from this game. I thought in this game plan, the Eagles put in a couple of really good wrinkles off of just the typical everyday run-of-the-mill zone read with Jalen Hurts, and he really showed up a number of times. First down, second down, third down. Let's take a look at some of these fun plays.
I thought we saw some really good things from the Eagles schematically, especially on 3rd and short in this game. Some good wrinkles off their basic zone read. Here it's 3rd and 1. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside motions in as a wing player, and you're going to see just the basic zone read with a slide route from J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, where he comes across as if he's going to block that defensive end, then releases to the flat. Jalen Hurts hits him. Easy completion for a big first down. That was in the second half. Really well-designed play there from the Eagles on 3rd and short, based off of something they've done a lot in the past. 3rd and 1 later in the game. Same idea. You're going to motion J.J. Arcega-Whiteside into the backfield. Split gun look here from the Eagles as he joins Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts back there. You get the orbit motion from Quez Watkins before the snap. Now you've got all kinds of eye candy. What's going on here? You're going to release J.J. Arcega-Whiteside out to the flat. You've got the zone read look. But now all you've got here is J.J. Arcega-Whiteside releasing as a blocker with Jalen Hurts running out to the perimeter. So all that eye candy pre-snap. Now you've got your just basic zone read. Good stuff there from the Eagles dressing up a basic run in their playbook. Later in the game, 3rd and 1, tackle overset, more split gun. Jalen Hurts reading that backside defensive end. Here he's just going to hand this off to Boston Scott. Look at the two tackles on the left side. Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata help create a giant hole, and Scott runs for a first down. Good wrinkles here for the Eagles in this game plan.
So again, at the end of the day, not exactly the performance the Eagles would have liked on the offensive side of the football. Anytime you have 4 turnovers, an additional turnover on downs, it's tough to be able to win a football game that way. Now, we're going to take a look over at the defensive side where, look, this unit held the Giants to just 13 points after they made that coordinator change on the offensive side of the football. Going into the week, I thought the defense held up extremely well. The Giants wanted to establish themselves on the ground, and I thought the defense was up to the challenge. They did a great job of shutting the door on Saquon Barkley, Devontae Booker, and Daniel Jones numerous times in this game. Here are a couple of my favorite examples.
The Eagles' run defense in this game overall really sound, and they did it from a number of fronts. Here, your basic nickel front. You've got Anthony Harris lined up close to the line of scrimmage. You've got, and just watch all the guys that are participating in this run game. You're going to see Anthony Harrison and Alex Singleton attack downhill on the pulling guard. Look at them build the wall. Javon Hargrave did a great job on the double team, forcing the cutback. Now TJ Edwards there is cleaning up. So Hargrave, Singleton, Harris, everybody doing their job. Barnett setting the edge. That all leads to a tackle by TJ Edwards. Later, you've got a base defensive front where you've got the reduced look with Kerrigan and Milton Williams and Ridgeway inside. You've got Singleton off the edge, Barnett there, and look at everybody play side. Look at everybody standing stout in their gap. Kerrigan does a great job. Ridgeway does a great job, all forcing the running back to bounce back. And here's TJ Edwards defeating the block downhill. That doesn't happen, though, without everybody else doing their job, building that wall up front and forcing the cutback from the ball carrier. Great job, everybody up front there. Now you get a little bit later. Sub-package look, 2-3 techniques, a wider front. What do you have? You're going to have a perimeter run, and watch the job the Eagles do. You've got a little stunt built in here. You got Fletcher Cox looping in. He forces that running back to bounce, and now you got Singleton time to be able to track this, and he's able to spill it for a TFL. Does a great job of finishing one-on-one against Saquon Barkley. That starts, though, with that stunt from Josh Sweat and Fletcher Cox. Later, another loaded front, a reduced look. You see 94 and 93 lining up next to each other on the left side. Look at the job everybody does on that side of the formation. Milton Williams, really disruptive. Josh Sweat standing tall. You've got Jannard Avery doing a great job fighting through contact and forcing the cutback lane. Look at all the green jerseys. Everybody flowing to the football. That was a consistent theme in this game. And again, from a variety of looks. Look at all these different fronts. Look at the different personnel, the different packages. Everybody competing here. Once again, you're going to get basic inside zone. You've got the tight end coming back across. You've got jet sweep. Doesn't matter. All across the board, you're doing a great job of playing the zone read here this time. You've got Rodney McLeod coming down and sticking his face in against the tight end. He forces the ball back inside to Alex Singleton, who's spilling here on the zone read. He's there to fill it for a TFL. The Eagles' run defense really strong in this game.
So we saw some examples there of just good overall team run defense where didn't really want to single out one specific player. And I thought really there were a couple of times where, yeah, Fletcher Cox really stood out. Derek Barnett, I thought, was really, really impressive in this game. We saw Javon Hargrave. We saw Josh Sweat, TJ Edwards, Alex Singleton, everybody chipping in. I also want to throw a nice little bouquet here at the rookie defensive tackle, Milton Williams. He really showed up here in this game. Really disruptive, helped create plays for others. He made some plays in the backfield on his own. Let's take a look at several impressive reps here from Milton Williams.
I was so impressed with Milton Williams in this game against the New York Giants. He was so disruptive, and he was in on tackles so often. Here, watch him split the double team, come in and make the play in the backfield. This was one of many plays that Milton Williams made, and he was just such a disruptive player. Watch him here off the ball, working up against the left tackle from the New York Giants. Watch him get out of his stance, change the line of scrimmage. He's going to stack, and let's get to the end zone angle, and you can see the violence on contact here. He actually removes the helmet of this Giants offensive lineman, does a great job of stacking, staying alive, and converging on the tackle with Javon Hargrave. Milton Williams, whether it was run game or pass game, really disruptive here in this one. And here, you're going to see him split this double team, force the running back to chatter his feet and cut back towards his help. And that's an outstanding. This all starts with Milton Williams. He forces that back to Hassan Ridgeway. Williams' disruption in the backfield creates that tackle at the line of scrimmage. Here's another example. We're going to get Milton Williams crossing the face of the right guard. He gets in the backfield, nearly draws a holding penalty, beats the block from the fullback, forces Saquon Barkley into his help. That's a run for no gain. That starts with Milton Williams' disruption off the ball. Here, pass play. This ends up being a QB draw, but watch Milton never loses sight of the quarterback, never loses sight of the football, spins off contact, and he's able to get Daniel Jones down after a short gain. And then here, a sack that comes off the table. Derek Barnett draws a hold from the left tackle, but Milton Williams able to control this block, gets Daniel Jones down at the line of scrimmage. Really fun watching the rookie work on Sunday.
All right, so good stuff there from Milton Williams. Now, just from a schematic, philosophical standpoint in this game, I thought the Eagles were really, really strong on third down. Just 3 third-down conversions on 12 attempts for the New York Giants. A couple of them came against the blitz, and so that's the downside of blitzing, right? I think a lot of Eagles fans were interested to see more blitzing from this team. We've certainly seen that over these last few weeks. They got burned on a couple of them for some big gains, but we also saw the use of sim pressures. And what is a sim pressure? Well, if you line up a bunch of guys up at the line of scrimmage and have the threat of pressure, and then you pull out, well, now you sometimes still get that effectiveness that you would get if you do send an extra rusher. We saw it numerous times here in this game. It happened on the very first third down. But like I said, a couple of really good reps here from this Eagles defense on third down.
Couple examples here of the Eagles defense doing a really good job on third down with what are called sim pressures, where you're going to put down extra men on the line of scrimmage, and you don't know who's coming and who's not. Alex Singleton's going to drop out here. It's going to be straight man-to-man defense. This is straight cover one. Daniel Jones not sure where he's going to go with the football. He's impacted by the rush, and it's an incompletion. Let's take a look at the front, and you can see what the Eagles did. Really creative here. What they basically did was they took Derek Barnett. They slid him inside the defensive tackle in this 5-man front. They're going to drop Alex Singleton out. You run that TT stunt there with Derek Barnett inside and Javon Hargrave looping behind it. That between that and Fletcher Cox winning off the left tackle spot. He's a defensive end on this play. Hargrave and Cox converge, force an incomplete pass. Eagles get off the field on third down. Love what we saw from the Eagles here on this play. Then later in the game, 3rd and 9, Eagles in a double A-gap look. Look at all of those bodies up near the line of scrimmage. Only 4 in coverage, but now watch as 4 of those bodies all drop out. This is just a 3-man rush. But all those green jerseys in coverage, that's going to force Daniel Jones to hold the ball. It ends up being an incompletion out of bounds on the rollout. Just watch this from the end zone angle, and you can see all those bodies, this double mug look here from the Eagles. That's going to change the protection from the Giants. Now you've got this 3-man rush. You've got one-on-ones across the board. Hargrave is able to win that one-on-one. The Eagles dictated that one-on-one by how they aligned pre-snap. Josh Sweat is able to force the incomplete pass. That started with the hurry from Javon Hargrave.
So not the outcome that the Eagles would have liked up on the road at MetLife Stadium. They will get another crack at it going back up to MetLife here this week against the New York Jets before they head into the bye. We'll be breaking down that matchup and a lot more over on the Eagle Eye in the Sky podcast. You can find myself and Greg Cosell talking through a lot of these plays that you just watched in this segment. And we will also be breaking down this game in full over on Eagles Game Plan. You can find that later this week on all Philadelphia Eagles digital channels. Thanks so much for joining us here once again on the All-22 Review. I'm Fran Duffy. We will talk to you next week. Go Birds.